Hey there guys, this is Lindsay and I wanted to make this video because I realized it is Sunday. My days of the week are kind of thrown off for some reason, worse than usual, I guess. And today was the last day that I was going to offer the $55 deal on the cord cutting program. So I wanted to give you guys a heads up about that because it's jumping to $99 because it is absolutely worth it. And I wanted to talk to you guys kind of about what prompted this in the first place, because I've been talking about, you know, on Facebook, I've been talking about where cords come from. Why do we get cords? What causes them? The fact that it can be more than just a person that you can have cords to, and covering a lot of ground, but I have not yet addressed the incident that caused me to suddenly bring all this together from an idea that had been knocking around in my head for a while to I'm going to make this course and I'm going to release it because this is ridiculous. So we have a person in our lives that we cannot just cut out as of right now, as much as we would like to some days. As of right now, it's not going to happen. Let's just put it that way. And it makes me absolutely insane when I'm in spiritual groups, in particular, things like that. And somebody's like, how do you deal with toxic people? And you get a bunch of people that come in there and they're like, oh, just block them, just walk away, just have nothing else to do with them, yada, yada. And it's like, that's all well and good if you can. And like in our situation, we have cut off many toxic people. We have gotten to the point where it's like, no, we're not dealing with this. No, this isn't worth it. You are not bringing any value into our lives. And so, we're done. And we cut them off and we don't feel bad about it. But we still have this one person. We have minimized contact, but it's tricky to cut someone out, especially someone who is a family member. So it's not always helpful when the best advice people have is, oh, just cut them out. Like, that might be really easy for you to say. I have friends, just currently and in the past, who have lived with the toxic family member. Like, single mom, having trouble finding a job, having trouble getting herself out of the hole that she's in because of her circumstances, and she's living with the aunt, or she's living with her mom or her older sister, or hell, sometimes younger sister. It doesn't matter. But a lot of the times people find themselves living with this toxic person and it sucks. But people, if they ask for advice, an awful lot of people, it's like, well, just move. Move where? Sometimes there's nowhere to move to. Sometimes your circumstances kind of dictate that in this moment, you're going to have a really hard time getting away from that person. So it's not always black and white. If you can get away from a toxic person, just walk away, cut the cords, not look back, good, awesome, do it. Do not stick around toxic people out of some misplaced sense of loyalty, like I'm being a bad person if I cut them out because they can't help who they are. Bull. But I will also be the first person to say, like I was just saying, it's not always that simple. You can't always just walk away and not look back. Sometimes it just doesn't work like that. Life is complicated, which is why cord cutting is so important. Because this person that we're dealing with, let's be totally honest, weird stuff happens to people who she doesn't like. Like, really weird, kind of tragic stuff happens to people who kind of get into her energetic crosshairs. And she's the type of person, she would never admit that. She would never think that. She considers herself a good Christian, and I disagree. Like, I have moments where it's like, it's not anything she does on purpose. She doesn't do rituals and try to hurt people, but it's just weird, some of the things that have happened to people when she is really angry with them. And I have always worried about that energy coming at us because reasons. And so what I started doing is cutting cords to this person on a regular basis. And that includes cutting cords from myself, cutting cords from my husband, cutting cords from my kids. And I can find them. They're there regularly, especially after we spend any time around her. And she's the type that will come up and she'll touch. She'll, touch. She'll, give the boys kisses. She wants to give hugs. And she'll do it multiple times. And the thing I finally had to tell her a while back, she keeps like walking up like, oh, your hair's so pretty. And I'm like, and I finally was like, I don't like people touching my hair. Don't do that again. Because my hair is an energetic thing for me. I don't like people touching it for the most part. And it was a way she was putting very heavy cords on my energy. And I was sick of it. So aside from that, I also started warding my home. Because cutting cords is one thing, but you have to make sure that they can't just put them back. And we have tried very hard to keep her from coming to our house, but she has. And one day when she was coming, I made a sigil for warding our home, and I had Corey go out and stick it under the doormat. And it is literally a sigil for your negative energy stops here. Like, I am not a positive vibes only person, but in that moment it was, you're not bringing your bullshit into my house. As soon as you cross this threshold, as soon as you walk over the sigil, all of your power is being taken away because you are now in my home, my domain. It'll be waiting for you when you leave. And when she came over, you could see her change as she stepped over my threshold. She went from being her normal self to being a little more reserved. She seemed confused when this happened. And the visit was great. And there was very few cords that I had to cut from her to my family after that happened. And so I realized that there's a combination of things that you can do to remove the cords to keep them from coming back and to keep these people from having any more energetic impact than absolutely necessary, especially when it is one of those people that it's not so simple as just cutting them off and you're done. So I am creating this course. It is launching November 1st. We're going to go through the beta. So this is, if you guys want in, this is your chance to have some hands-on, one-on-one, not one-on-one, but some more hands-on time from me. Because in the future, this is going to be a strictly DIY course. You're getting 4 modules that go deep into cords, what they are, where they come from. You're getting at least 1 sigil on helping you to keep those cords off of you. You're getting a meditation to walk you through cutting cords. And there is also going to be a Facebook group for people that pay for this program so that you can get support from me during office hours and from other people who have gone through the same thing. If you guys are interested in that, let me know right away because, like I said, the $55 price is going away on that. I will give it a little while longer because I'm just now making this video and letting you and reminding everybody about this, but it will be going up to $99 because I know this stuff works. I know I've used it on myself. I know I've used it on my clients, and it is life-changing when you can remove other people's bullshit from you. So if you guys want in on this, please let me know. I'm going to try to set up a sales page, which will be lindsayrainwater.com/cord cutting. And that's CORD, cord. And thank you guys for watching this. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys soon.